it's me, Bilbo Bob, and today I'm doing a top tips video on ARK Survival Evolved. Before I get started, quickly, I just want to say, last time I shouted out for my subscribers, I only had 27, but this time I've got 159, so a bit of an increase, so thank you for everybody who's subscribing and watching my videos. Thank you very much. Top tips video. I'm going to give you tips going from like to help you out when you're a beginner to tips that help you out when you're further up in the game. These are all little things. Some you might already know, some you might not. You never know. You might learn something new, so it's worth a watch anyway. I'll make the video as quick as I can, so I'm going to stop rambling on and start with the first thing. So, as you can see, it's a typical Beach Bob 2x2, isn't it? Yeah, ignore the chat. It's very toxic. The new server we're on is not the most nicest, pleasantest of places. Really, a lot of people are very toxic. But yeah, so your small little 2x2, easy to hide. You can make a lovely hidden base and you can keep all your stuff in it. Now, actually, in advance, I've set this up very well. So the whole point of this, pretty much, say I didn't set this up as well, yeah? I still have my refining forges and I still have my smithy to put down here. But say I don't have enough room for this stuff, which it might be a squeeze to be fair. What you can do is you can put a, if I can get it in my inventory, catwalk down. Now what catwalks do is they act like a shelf. So this is literally this tip. It's putting catwalks to save room. So if you add your refining forge, you can literally just plonk them on top. You can put your refining forges down, and you can also put a smithy down up there. I mean, you can put whatever you want on here. This is just what I'm putting on here personally, because this is what it would be. This is what it would be for me if I was building a base like this. This is how I would do it. So yeah, the thing is, catwalks are useful in any base really, just for like a bit of extra room if you want. I've used them in previous bases in the past. Mostly I've only used them for placing internal turrets, but that's not a very noobish thing. We've got to keep it noobish for now. So yeah, refining forges, catwalk, whatever you want to put up there. Say I had really set us up poorly and I had no room, that's what I would do. But I've set this up pretty well, which means I can always fit more refining forges down there if I wanted to. If I moved my bed over here instead, I could have even more stuff here as well. So yeah, I'll set it up. So that's how you that's good for setting up a small base and you don't have much room, but you don't want to extend it more than the 2x2. Even if it's less than a 2x2, catwalks do help, so I'd recommend using catwalks. Right, so now we're going to move on to the next thing. I am back. And it's time for awesome, super cool fact number 2 that you probably don't know this one actually, because a surprising amount of people don't know this. Right, so ignore the wing glider here. That's not part of the tutorial at all. Say you are mining away happily, and an RG aggro's on you. Do you want to have to fight off that RG and kill it? Probably not, because either you can kill it, and it's just the effort required is pointless and it takes too long and you can't be bothered, or you aren't capable of killing it. Now sometimes RGs grab your aggro for a while, and now this goes with all flyers in the game. If it's a wild flyer, if you want to lose this aggro, just jump in the water and it will lose aggro on you once it flies over you. Of course, depending on where you decide to jump in the water, it could be you'd be better off staying with the RG, but that same principle goes for all dinos, all flyers. If any fly is hostile on you and you jump in the water, it will not be hostile on you anymore. It will lose aggro. And that's the same for even wyverns. It's the same for everything. I promise it will work, but I'm not going to demonstrate it because I'm too lazy for that. So yeah. Right. Moving on to the next tip. Right, I am back with my next tip. Now, I'm sure this has happened to many of you in the past. I know it's happened to me, where you found, say, we'll be using an RG for instance, where it goes for any tameness. So you found a really high level. Imagine that's a 1 in front of that 50. Imagine that's a 150 RG, yeah? A really, really high level RG. And you really, really want to tame it, because you don't know how long until you find another one that level, and it's there, and you've got the stuff, and you're ready for it. But it's really, really weak. It's just been in a fight and it's weak, and you're worried that using your crossbow, you're going to kill it long before you knock it out. So, I'm going to show you how to do that. First, I'll just quickly get this guy in the trap. It'll take like a minute. If I can shoot. No, I'm a poor shot. I'll go for this one here. It really doesn't matter too much. Right. Come on. So, you're getting your taming. Bear in mind, he's really weak. So, that's kind of sucks, doesn't it? But, you know, there's nothing you can do about it. Right, so you've got your high level taming, but he's really weak. Wait, let's correct this. Ouch. Right, I'll get back to you when this guy stops killing me. Right, I want to see how I can... I'm going to make him weak, because obviously... Right, Now, you can see he's weak, yes? By no fault of mine whatsoever. He's clearly been in a fight and he's poorly injured. He will not survive for you to tame him, will he? He will end up dead because your arrows will kill him before he goes unconscious. So, you're really frustrated at this point. You can't tame him, but boom, you still can. Because you get a snow owl, and snow owls... It's a thing most people know about, but it's a thing not many people think about. If it's worth it, you get a snow owl if you already have one, which you probably would, and you go near it. Now, it will try and hurt your snow owl, but obviously you're healing both of them, so that's okay. And as you can see, let me go into orbit camera so you can see properly. The snow owl... Oh no, that's terrible. Well, yeah, the snow owl is healing the RG. See? So now it will heal, and that way you can tame it. So I'll fast forward a bit in the video. I don't know how I'll do it, whether I'll do a zoomy thing or just a cut. We'll wait and see, I guess, to when he has healed enough that he's not looking so bad and bloody. If you now look at him, he is healed. Now you can shoot away until your heart's content. You don't need to worry about him dying. It's that. So this... Oh, yeah, I'm going to get out of here now. Yeah, that's pretty much all there is to that one. So if your tame's weak, we just used an RG for an example. Of course, typically, it'll be anything. It could be a T-Rex, for example. Once you've got in a trap, if you can manage to get yourself close enough to heal it. Doesn't matter if your snarl takes health, because that'll also heal. But yeah, that is something you can do. So, yeah. Hope you liked that tip, so you don't lose as many tames that you could have tamed. See you in the next tip. Oh yes, I would like to say thank you to my fellow tribe mate Mr. Panzer for gifting me his snow owl so I could borrow it for the video purposes. I don't actually have my own snow owl, so yeah. Right, moving on to the next tip. Hi, I'm back. So pretty much from this point onwards in the video for the recording, I had my mic muted, so I had to record all this again. So apologies if I sound a bit tired or something. I've just woken up and I'm aware I look a bit different because I've died a few times since I recorded that video. So yeah, right. Let's get into it. So with the daeodon, say you are attacking an enemy base and they're very scary and you're getting your golems out to soak their turrets or whatever, yeah? And your daeodon's running out of food, yeah? As your daeodons heal, they lose food. And, of course, I'm going to kill this dialogue before it starts to annoy me. There we go. Right. And, now, for foods, the best food to feed something that gets hunger up is raw prime meat if you have it, because it gives 50 pieces. It gives 50 hunger per piece, whereas normal meat gives 40 hunger, so it is a bit better, but again, you might not have it in as big a quantity. Now, I could always sit here and force feed it. Imagine it had been completely gone to zero. I was too lazy to get to zero, but just imagine it had been, yeah? I'd be here for quite a while feeding it to get its hunger all the way back up. So what you can do is, imagine the fob is all the way over there, yeah? I've just taken this out over here, and now I'm going to fly back out of render distance of the daeodon to the fob, yeah? Now when I get back, the daeodon will have instantly eaten all the... will instantly have eaten all the food, and it will have gained the equivalent amount of hunger. So say it had enough food to get to full hunger, whatever was left will still be in its inventory, but whatever it had to eat to get to it, it will have eaten. And it's pretty much just fast forwards and speeds things up really quickly. So I think I was out of render distance there. It's hard to tell with the sun, it's really annoying. Alright, where is he? Is that a Stegosaurus? There we go. Now, if I can land, if you look in his inventory, it will be, see, all the food has gone right up to full, and that goes the same if it was on zero, and it's eating the equivalent food needed to get it up to full, because if you rewind it, you'll see more food was in its inventory before, a lot more. Now, for the passive healing for daeodons, in case you didn't know, if you enable passive healing, it actually takes like a minute to start up. I didn't realise this until quite recently, so in some of my past videos I was being a bit stupid, and see, now it works. It takes a bit of time sometimes to work, so yeah, just so you know. And also, if you're using this and you jump off it, it will stop working, so yeah. But yeah, that's good, so that way you can get their food up a lot quicker, so you could do that, say while you're rock golems are soaking, you could quickly go do this, like a couple minutes literally, that's all it takes, about a minute maybe, depending on what you're on, and just like that, boom, problem solved, full hunger. It's a lot better than having to force feed it, so yeah. Oh, moving on to the next thing. Hello, I'm back. So for the next tip, I had to wait ages so I could actually do this, but a lot of people actually know this, but a lot of people don't utilize it. If you sit on a toilet and if you poop in the toilet, not only do you get a refreshed buff, so you get like extra XP and stuff, but you have a little poop in the toilet. And then when you flush the toilet, you get fertilizer. Now, this is a lot more effective, I'd say, than using a dung beetle or using a compost bin. Of course, there's a limit to how much you can poo, but I'm pretty sure if you eat stimberries, you can just poo a bunch, because I just went outside and ate a bunch of stimberries because I was waiting forever, and yeah, see, you can poop a lot. You just need to eat stimberries and then you can poo, and then you can create as much fertilizer as you want. And I just pooed on the toilet seat by accident. That's terrible. Let's see if I can get it in there. Wait, see if I can get it in there. Come on. Yeah, okay. You can stay there. I'm not very good at pooping sometimes. Anyway, let's ignore that. So yeah, you can get fertilizer, and obviously if you're in a tribe like me, who's in a tribe of like 5 or 6 people or something, if everyone's going to the toilet every now and then, you get plenty of fertilizer for everything. So that's a handy little tip if you didn't know. So yeah, I mean, a lot of people know that, but a lot of people don't use it. All you need to do to set it up is have the toilet and have like one, what do you call it, stone water pipe. That's all you need, and that sets it up. I think it needs to go into water though, because we're already in water, it doesn't really matter, but I might be wrong. So yeah, there is one final little tip. I can't really class it as a whole tip because I don't know if it's true myself, and I cannot prove it because we don't have many friends on the server, but one of my tribe mates said that apparently you can breed tames from your tribe with tames of the opposite gender from our enemy tribe. So like, say we had a female turtle here and wanted to mate it with a male turtle of an enemy tribe. If you put them both on mate and in the same area, apparently you can. Now I haven't tried that for myself and I can't prove it because we don't have any friends on the server, but yeah, that's what I've been told, so check it out for yourself. I'm pretty sure, I believe that it does work, so yeah, that's a bit handy in case you wanted to know. So yeah, that's the whole video. That's everything I've got for this video. I hope it didn't drag on for too long. I know it did for me. I had to record it twice now, so this was fun. So yeah, I hope you learned something new. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it. See you in the next video. Bye.